everybody for joining. Looking at this, what I think is a really important topic, and the more that I've actually gone through and prepared this presentation, the more I realize just how amazing the products are that we've got, and also just how this combination of the three that I'm going to talk about today, this mind enhancement, vitamin B complex, and then the omega-3 plus, and you'll understand as we go through the presentation just how important the combination of these three products are in brain and nerve health, and just how important it is to make sure that we have sufficient of these products, because again, with so much of our diet and the pure nutrient quality of the foods that we are getting today, it's really important to consider these things. And when we see the problems that we have today, just in terms of our dementias, our various problems related to our cardiovascular system, you'll understand just how important these three products are and how important they are as they work together. So why brain and nerve health actually matters to us. You know, in today's very fast-paced world, cognitive performance is really essential. So we really got to have a clarity of mind to be able to keep abreast of what's going on around us, and also to handle things a whole lot better. And you'll also see there's some really good applications for this mind enhancement product of ours, aside from the fact that it helps us remember things a whole lot better, and it just improves our the function of our brains. Brain health directly impacts the quality of life, because if you don't have a brain which controls everything, right through to how you think, how you remember, how you interact with people, you'll understand when you get to a place where unfortunately may get to a place where you have dementia and you cannot remember things anymore, you cannot interact well with people, you'll understand just how important it is. And then of course in longevity and living longer, and that's really obvious why we need to have a proper functioning brain for that. The various things like stress, aging, and poor nutrition can compromise brain function. And again, as I said at the beginning, because we have a situation where our foods that we get are so lacking in proper nutrition, unless you can get good organic foods, we need to supplement these things, because we generally don't get, and we understand some of the specific things I'll tell you along the way, why it's so important that certain of these products that we in actual fact do supplement. So moving on. Neolife's comprehensive approach then to this thing of both brain and our cardiac health. We look first at the mind enhancement complex, and it's a herbal support for mental acuity, but it has a lot of other effects, and I'll go through the various items and ingredients of mind enhancement complex for you to understand just what a great product this is, and some of the other applications aside from what is normally thought about for this. And then we look at the B vitamin complex, and this is an essential nutrient for energy metabolism, and if you don't have proper energy metabolism, there's a lot of other things that don't happen in your body. You need that in order for the rest of your body to function properly. So vital supplement to add on. And then of course the complement to all of these again is this omega-3 salmon oil plus, which has so many uses in terms of our brain, in terms of our cardiovascular health, in terms of anti-inflammation. And it's an amazing product which just, as I say, complements the whole lot here. It's also a complete omega-3 profile, which is necessary for the brain structure. And if we understand as well, the brain is mostly made up of fat, and this thing where we get rid of, or supposedly supposed to get rid of cholesterol and other things, it's vital for the brain. And if the brain doesn't have that, it doesn't function properly, and we don't have all the other things, the other benefits that we get from having a proper functioning brain. So in mind enhancements, let's look at some of the key ingredients. This ginkgo biloba, which supports blood vessel flexibility and also blood flow into the brain area, which is absolutely vital, because you'll know the minute you stop blood flow to the brain, we end up having problems. And when you get a chronic problem like that, where vessels become occluded and you don't get as much blood flow into the brain as you need, slowly you get damage caused to the brain. Then this thing, Gotu Kola, which is associated with mental clarity and also enhanced memory. Red sage is something that helps increase alertness and then concentration. And then one of the interesting things is the additional herbs that they add in here. And people very often look at the these other 4 herbs, and one wonders, why do you have them in there? And when we look at them individually, for instance, like sweet basil is a nerve tonic and stress soother. It also helps with the circulatory flow of blood to the brain. When we look at thyme, it's the thing that actually stimulates alertness and clarity, and it affects one of the neurotransmitters, acetylcholine, and that is so important for the proper functioning of the brain. And it also has other antioxidant effects. So they don't just put them in for the sake of putting them in. There's a very good reason for these 4. And then when we look at skullcap, it supports what we call the GABA activity in the brain, and that's the gamma aminobutyric acid, which again is also one of these neurotransmitters. And skullcap is actually a calming herb, and also reduces mental fatigue. And so I think one of the things you can just understand, if you look at these various products, just think about the thing of a lot of anxiety, think about depression and those other issues. So not only for keeping your brain alert and functioning well, there are also other good applications for this mind enhancement complex. And then rosemary has been long called the herb of remembrance, and it also helps with the blood flow to the brain, also acts in an antioxidant manner, and it just helps with that mental sharpness and recall as well. So the way that our products are formulated, they're formulated with great scientific research in the background, and also with good reason that they put or combine these products together. So what are the benefits of this mind enhancement complex? It enhances, as I said, the mental function and focus concentration, promotes clear thinking and accurate recall. So your memory is, it helps improve the memory. It protects the cerebral tissue from free radical damage. So there's a lot of antioxidant impact, and also remember that all of these herbs in this product generally also improve the blood flow to the brain. And it creates a normalizing effect on the nervous system. So that again, like I say, the other applications creates a normalizing effect on the nervous system as a whole. So you have people who suffer from anxiety, and they say things like depression. This is something that I believe could also be a great aid when it comes to that. And then of course one of the really big things and good things about this, it's non-habit forming, and it's a natural solution, not like a lot of the pharmaceutical products which are available and would do similar things. Unfortunately, too many of them are habit forming, and that's obviously not a good thing. So then we look at this vitamin B complex, the sustained release product that we have, and we need to look at it from the perspective that it's a complete combination of the family of the 8 essential B vitamins, and we'll look at those in the next slide. But it has balanced ratios as are found in whole food, and that again, just about all of the products that we have in the Neolife range, it's going back to this whole food where it contains all the coenzymes, all the other additional things as we get in whole food, which not only improves the quality of what we're getting, but it also improves what we call bioavailability. So the absorption and the body's ability to use it as it would normal whole food is just so it's such a positive thing that we need to remember about our products. It's using obviously the sustained release technology over the 6-hour period. And then an important thing here about this, we talk about the whole food stuff, but what does it mean, this exclusive biologically bound yeast source? And it again goes back to the fact that this is taken, it's a natural complex form. It's taken from food. It's taken from natural stuff where the active coenzymes are still kept in the product, and it comes through and is presented in this. And that again, as I said, provides for better bioavailability, so we can, our body can recognize the food better, it then absorbs it better, and it uses it a whole lot better. And it's also something that's a lot more gentle on the body as well. So it provides a whole food matrix of these B vitamins by the way that they've formulated this product. And it's a high potency formula for maximum metabolic support. And when you understand, and we mentioned just now, all the different areas and aspects that B vitamins perform in our body and what they are for, you'll understand just how important it is to make sure that you have sufficient of this. So just looking quickly at the ingredients, and the vitamin B1, the B2, niacinamide, vitamin B6, folic acid, so the folate content, vitamin B12, biotin, pantothenic acid, choline, inositol, and paramine benzoic acid. So it's a full combination of all of the B vitamins that we have in this this product, which is, as we'll show, is essential for so many different functions within the body, and for, again, for both brain and cardiovascular health, as is with the mind enhancement complex. So they are products which actually complement each other at the end of the day. So why a B vitamin supplement? It's an essential group of the interrelated nutrients. B vitamins help to metabolize carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. And you'll see with one of the things related to the cardiovascular system, how this interacts and how important this is as well, aside from the fact that it's important for energy. The B vitamins are also water soluble, and that's something you must remember. So they need to be supplied daily in the diet. The vitamins that are lipid soluble are it's easy to remember, DEC, A, D, E, and K. Those are the lipid soluble vitamins. The others are the water soluble vitamins. So this will move through the body obviously a little bit more quickly, and it's not stored or in sufficient quantities really in the body. So it's neither stored nor synthesized in the body in sufficient quantities to always meet the daily requirements. And again, because of the nutrient deficiency of our foods and the way very often we eat as well, we need to look at supplementing things like this, just because it's such a vital vitamin to have for numerous functions in our body. And I think we also find that most people consume inadequate amounts of vitamin B and folic acid, as well as B6. Those are the ones that you'll, folic acid and B6 is what you'll commonly find, or the two that are not taken enough. But because generally in food, the entire family of the B vitamins is usually found in the same kind of foodstuffs. So if you're going to have a deficiency, you're generally going to have a deficiency right across the spectrum of all the vitamin Bs, because that's, they're coming from a particular type of food where they are clumped together, and very often we're not eating enough of that, and so we have the deficiency, and we have a problem that we need to supplement to make sure that we have sufficient in order to provide our body's requirements. B vitamin requirements are a factor in the maintenance of good health overall, and we've spoken, as I say, we've mentioned the thing rather like brain health, cardiovascular health, and if we look at it, vitamin B contributes to normal function of the heart, the immune system, and the nervous system. So again, you see the links here again with mind enhancement and vitamin B. Cardiovascular health, nervous system, they work together, and there are things that are really important to have both of them. Normal metabolism of homocysteine, iron, and macronutrients are also, as a result of vitamin B. And what we've got to remember, this whole thing about homocysteine, and why you'll see very often that they measure the homocysteine to give a measure of where it's sitting, because that's a really good determination of your cardiovascular health. And we can look at this relationship, is that homocysteine is like a traffic junction in the amino acid metabolism. So it works with the metabolism of amino acids. And when you don't have enough B6, B12, and folate, what happens is the junction gets blocked, and then homocysteine builds, and increased levels of homocysteine are what causes things. And again, it's not just the cardiovascular system, but you end up with heart and blood vessel health issues. You end up with problems with the cognitive function, and then also things like DNA repair, the lack of detoxification of the body, and also neurotransmitter balance. So, again, the vitamin B working together with the mind enhancement for both brain health and for cardiovascular health is absolutely vital. And that's what I said at the beginning. You'll see the interrelationship of how these products are working together and how important they are at the end of the day to have, and to make sure we're not deficient in them. It's also important for the maintenance of normal growth and development of skin and vision, normal psychological function and mental performance. So again, linking in with the brain, vitamin B is actually really important, and it's a vital ingredient in our supplement barrage that we've got to make available. It also helps with the reduction of tiredness and fatigue, and because again, all of these things work with energy and metabolism, if you don't have those working correctly, the tiredness and fatigue are going to be a problem. And then it's also really important for the regulation of normal hormonal activity. So again, just think about that, and what, where areas that can in actual fact be helpful. It's also important in the normal red blood cell formation, and it plays a role in the process of cell division. It also helps reduce the risk of neural tube defects when taken daily, when becoming pregnant and during early pregnancy. So again, in pregnancy, and it's particularly I think the B6 which is important, but the B vitamins and folates in pregnancy also really important and a necessary thing. So just to be aware and understand that as well. And then the third product, looking at the omega-3 salmon oil plus, which we've looked at on numerous occasions, but it's a product which also is really complementary with this, with the combination of the vitamin B complex and also the mind enhancement, because it also works as far as the cardiovascular system is concerned, as far as the brain is concerned, and then also as far as inflammation. And the inflammation, as I say, is an overall health issue, because chronic inflammation is what causes so much of the damage that we encounter, and so much of the disease that we have, the joint pain that we have, and also, as I say, just for proper functioning of the brain and proper good healthy cardiovascular system. So just looking at the product itself, and to remember with the omega-3 salmon oil plus that we have, it's the complete spectrum of all 8 omega-3 fatty acids, something that you're going to battle to find with any of the other products. You often find that there are 2 or maybe a few more, but not the whole range of the 8 omega. And the other really positive thing about it is that this product is also again whole food, and this term that they put into the fast facts and so on, the exclusive UHP03 technology, and this again refers back to the whole food state and how the high quality of our product, and that UHP03 stands for the ultra high purification O3 technology, and it's the way that it refers to the way again that they prepare and source the ingredients to make this, and they go through a purification process where they remove all of the contaminants, so that they're getting rid of the heavy metals, the PCBs, dioxins, pesticides, and there's so much of that in our waters, and it's obviously taken in by the fish, which is obviously the source of most of this. So they first of all go through a 3-stage process in removing that to make sure that we have the highest quality product that's being used to produce this omega-3, and then it also ensures the potency. We have all 8 omega-3 fatty acids that are necessary in human nutrition. And the other thing, the process again that they're talking about here that they utilize actually prevents the oxidation, because that's one of the problems with some of these products that we buy from other sources, is that already they've started to oxidize, or just in the production process because of excess heat and other things and ways they produce it, we end up with an issue with oxidation. And once it begins to oxidize, as you know, with oxidation, that just causes the destruction of the product and gets rid of potency, and it's then no real use for you at the end of the day. So, our Neolife Salmon Oil Omega-3 Plus is an exceptionally clean, safe, and also bioactive product. And with the full spectrum, we're going to absorb it properly with everything contained within it, keeping the whole food status of it. It's a product that's actually going to work, and it's well worth whatever we pay for it. So, as I said, ultra high potency omega-3 that we get. It's sourced from health screened contaminant-free fish, and then they go through that process to make sure that it is in actual fact contaminant-free. And we guarantee the potency and the purity of the product that we promote to people. Just some of the key benefits about the Omega-3 Salmon Oil Plus, and it supports optimal function of heart, blood vessels, and the brain. And again, as I say, the combination, that's why these things can be promoted together, because they support each other at the end of the day in terms of the cardiovascular system, the blood vessels, and of course the brain. It's crucial for infant brain and eye development, and it also may slow the aging of the brain and also improve cognitive function. And that's why I say again, this thing where we have an issue with the statins that are so often used, because they get rid of the cholesterol, they get rid of the fat and so on, and that's what very often causes a lot of the dementia. And scientific study is actually showing us more and more that that's one of the causes. It's not the only cause, it's obviously, but it is one of the causes that is coming out to be one of the bigger causes in terms of that. So having something like this Omega-3 Salmon Oil Plus, ensuring that your brain is able to function and remain healthy, and also, as I say, the whole anti-aging, as I said, with the mind enhancement as well, a lot of those products also have, because of the antioxidant effects and so on, that is pretty much anti-aging. And then as well, we mentioned with the mind enhancement products as well, things related to the DNA and replication. So those things are all very important when it comes to slowing down the aging process. Omega-3 salmon oil also supports joint comfort and skin health. The anti-inflammatory impact and effect is just, again, over the long term and chronic, to try and prevent that. Because again, where you get the damage and the problems relating to arthritis, etc., so much of that happens because you've got a chronic inflammation which is always there, and slowly with that inflammation in the joints, it just damages them, and that's when the pain and further problems arise. So as you will get older, if you don't have that, that's why it's a good thing to say joint comfort, because you'll understand when you do get a whole lot older, it becomes very uncomfortable if you have that pain through the inflammation, the chronic inflammation that you've had. And it provides, as we've said, the essential EPA and DHA, which is the omega-3 acids for overall health. So in conclusion, and look at the call to action and combining all of this information that we've now put together, and looking at the product, synergy that, Neolife's brain and nerve health products all work together. And I think with looking as I have at the different, benefits and the different actions of all of these three different products, where there are synergistic effects in terms of what they're each doing related to the brain and also related to the cardiovascular system. So again, just thinking about when you're trying to obviously promote this to people that you believe that you can help, because we all have issues related to our cardiovascular systems in terms of the way that we eat, the stress that we're under, the toxins that are around us. There are just so many things that contribute to that negatively, that we need to find ways to counter that. And using these products can go a long way to countering a lot of that and helping people in terms of remaining cognitively stable right throughout their lives, that they can remember things, they can reduce the risk of dementias, and be able to interact with their families, communities, etc., which again you'll understand is incredibly important for people to remain that they can support themselves and not become reliant on everybody else. So the Mind Enhancement Complex, we spoke about the herbal support for mental acuity, and the other value of all the herbs that they've got there. And just to remember again, as I say, I think look at the thing related to to anxiety, to how it works with neurochemicals and neurotransmitters rather, and so how valuable it can be when you have somebody who has potentially got anxiety. There are issues relating to potentially the depression and so on. Think about it as a product that can be used not only to remain cognitively sound, but also for calming the nervous system, that combination of all the herbs that they put together in a very structured way. And then when we look at the vitamin B complex, it has the essential nutrients for energy metabolism. And again, as I say, just think about that whole thing relating to cardiovascular health, that and the homocysteine situation, where the buildup of that impacts not only on the cardiovascular health, it also relates to cognitive function, and also the DNA repair and detoxification of your system. So again, the synergy of these things working together, and how valuable these products can be when working together. And then omega-3, which it literally wraps the whole lot up together, because with the omega-3 you've got again a product which is helping you with your cardiovascular system. It's helping you as an anti-inflammatory for your joints and the rest of your body, and then it's also helping you as far as your brain and effective brain function is concerned. So it also, as I say, structural support for brain cells. So the combination of these three products are actually synergistic, and there's actually a lot you can do when you think about it in terms of promoting these products. And when we look at this sort of call to action, how do you go about it? What can you do to promote it? And maybe in another session we can go through it. I've actually put together a number of different ways that you can do it, but just think about the thing of prioritizing brain health with these products, and how important brain health is to every single one of us. And I think most people that you come across, we have this whole thing of brain fog, and we have the thing most people battle with their memory, and there's so many areas that you can, in actual fact, as a general thing, provide something like the these products for brain health that will help people sustain their the independence, sustain their ability to think clearly, and to just function a whole lot better at the end of the day. So there's a lot that can be, in actual fact, be done, because if you just look again at the value and the benefits of these products and what it is each of them do, and the contribution they have to our overall general health, and together as a synergistic package that we can provide to the people that we interact with. And then for distributors, join the Neolife team and leverage these powerful products to build a thriving business while making a meaningful difference. And that, I think, is also so important, is to always remember that when you can actually meet a need that people have, And all of every one of us has a need to be healthy. It's the most important thing that we have. So just think again about how you can leverage these products and what they do for an overall and big spectrum in terms of our health, as to what you can do with them in promoting them and getting people interested, not only in using the products, but hopefully in joining and making use of it in terms of building their own business as you can as well. And then I think the thing is always to remember that, you know, success comes from authentic belief. And that for me, as I say, you know, having used Near Life products for over 25 years personally, and being able to promote something that I know, that I believe in, that I know works, it's not a gimmick, and it has the powerful science behind it, where we know that these products work and they are the best and of the best products that you know we can have out there to use and to promote to people. And you know, I think that that's the thing, is that genuine commitment to improving health outcomes of others will get you the sale at the end of the day, will get people interested, and you can make a positive input to their lives, which is what's so important at the end of the day, I believe anyway. It's not just a business, it's a lifestyle. Thank you very much for taking the time to join today. And again, I hope that you found some of this useful, maybe some new things that you've picked up from this, but also that, you know, you can see how you can actually promote it just by understanding the product a whole lot better, understanding what it is they do, the contribution they make to our lives and to making our lives better at the end of the day. So if you have any questions, feel free, you know, email me, message me, or chat to Monica. Ask the questions. If there are things in there that you want to know more about, I'm very happy to give more information and to answer questions wherever. And again, thank you very much. It's been good to chat to you again today. Thanks a lot. Ciao, Bobby.